Listen, you can have the biggest dreams, the best plans, and all the potential in the world, but if you don't believe in yourself, none of it will ever happen. Belief is the foundation of every victory. Before you ever win in the physical world, you've got to win in your mind first. The problem is, most people lose the battle before they even begin. They tell themselves, I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. I wasn't born for this. Let me tell you something. You were built for more than your doubts. And the only reason you haven't reached that level yet is because you keep fighting yourself instead of fighting for your dream. Before you can ever win in life, you have to believe you can. Every victory, every success story, every great achievement you've ever heard about, they all started with belief. Long before the applause, the trophies, the followers, or the money, there was a quiet moment when someone decided, I can do this. That decision, that spark of belief, was the beginning of everything. Belief is the foundation of all success. You can have talent, intelligence, skill, or even opportunity, but without belief, none of it will last. Because when things get hard, and they always do, it's belief that keeps you standing. It's belief that pushes you to get back up after you fall. It's belief that makes you take one more step when everything in you wants to stop. You can't build a skyscraper on a weak foundation, and you can't build a successful life on self-doubt. Most people lose before they even start. They talk themselves out of their dreams with words like, I'm not ready, I don't have enough, or people like me don't make it that far. They wait for others to believe in them, but the truth is, no one can believe for you. You have to carry that fire yourself. You have to wake up every morning and choose to believe, even when there's no evidence yet that it's working. Belief isn't about ignoring reality. It's about seeing beyond it. It's about holding a vision so strong that the obstacles in front of you become temporary. When you believe in yourself, you stop seeing failure as the end, you see it as a lesson. You stop running from challenges, you start learning from them. You stop depending on luck, you start depending on faith, effort, and consistency. Look around. Every person who's ever achieved something extraordinary had moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. But they didn't let those moments control their decisions. The only difference between them and those who gave up is that they believed long enough to see their dream come true. Belief makes you persistent. It keeps you working when results are invisible. It keeps you patient when progress feels slow. When you believe you can win, your actions change. You start talking differently. You stop saying if and start saying when. You stop waiting for the perfect moment, you create it. You begin to act with confidence, and that confidence attracts opportunities. The world starts to respond to the energy you give off. People begin to see in you what you already saw in yourself. But belief isn't a one-time decision, it's a daily commitment. Every morning, you have to remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of. Some days, belief will feel easy when things are going right and life feels good. But the true test is believing when everything is going wrong. Believing when doors close, when plans fall apart, when your dream feels out of reach. That's when belief matters most. You see, victory doesn't happen at the finish line. It happens long before, in your mind and in your heart. The moment you truly believe you can win, you've already started winning. Because your belief changes your mindset, and your mindset changes your actions. And over time, those actions change your life. So before you chase the victory, build the belief, speak it, visualize it, and act like it's already yours. No matter how impossible it looks right now, hold on to your faith. Because once your mind accepts the idea that you can win, your body, your energy, your focus, and your habits will follow. You can't reach a destination you don't believe exists. You can't become someone you don't believe you can be. That's why belief must come first. Once you believe, truly, deeply believe, nothing can stop you from turning that belief into victory. Self-doubt is one of the most powerful forces that can hold you back from reaching your true potential. It's invisible, but it's heavy. It whispers in your ear when you're about to take a chance, reminding you of all the reasons you might fail. It convinces you to play small, to stay quiet, to wait for the right time. And before you know it, years pass by and your dreams are still sitting in the corner, waiting for the version of you that believes enough to chase them. Self-doubt doesn't shout, it's quiet. It doesn't destroy you all at once. It does it slowly by making you second guess every good idea you have. You think of a plan, you feel excited, but then your mind starts listing all the reasons it might not work. It tells you you're not smart enough, not skilled enough, not ready enough. And the more you listen, the more power it gains. Eventually, you start believing that maybe you really aren't capable even when you are. The truth is, self-doubt is not a reflection of your ability, it's a reflection of your mindset. Everyone has moments of fear or uncertainty, even the most successful people. The difference is that winners learn to silence the voice of doubt before it takes control. They understand that doubt will always try to talk them out of greatness. So instead of listening, they take action anyway. They move forward scared. They move forward unsure, but they move. Self-doubt often comes from comparing yourself to others. You look at someone who's already successful and think they're better than me. But what you forget is that they once stood exactly where you are, uncertain, unproven, and afraid. The only difference is they didn't let doubt stop them. They didn't wait until they felt ready. They decided to believe while they were still learning. That's what separates dreamers from doers' belief. Every time you let doubt win, you give up a little piece of your future. You stay stuck in the same place, telling yourself stories about why you can't move forward. But deep down, you know that the only thing standing between you and the life you want isn't failure, it's fear. It's that small voice that says, what if it doesn't work? When you should be asking, what if it does? The truth is, no one has it all figured out. Every successful person has faced uncertainty, rejection, and setbacks, but they didn't stop believing in themselves. They used doubt as fuel. They turned I can't into I'll try, and I'll try into I did. That's the mindset that builds success. Self-doubt feeds on inaction. The longer you wait, the louder it grows. But once you start doing even small steps, that voice begins to fade. Action builds confidence. The more you try, the more you realize that you are capable, that you are strong enough, that you do have what it takes. Every time you push past doubt, you prove yourself wrong, and that's how you win. You have to stop being your own obstacle. Stop talking yourself out of opportunities. Stop doubting the dream that was placed in your heart for a reason. No one else has your exact vision, your exact gifts, your exact purpose. Don't let the fear of failure rob the world of what you're meant to create. When self-doubt starts whispering, remember this: you've already survived so many things you once thought you couldn't. You've overcome challenges that once scared you. You've made it through tough seasons before. So what makes you think you can't do it again? You can't build confidence by waiting for it. You build it by taking action despite the doubt. Every step forward weakens fear and strengthens faith. So the next time that inner voice tells you you're not enough, smile and move anyway. Because you are more capable than your doubts will ever let you believe. The only real enemy is the one inside your head, and once you defeat that voice, there's nothing in this world that can stop you. Faith is the strongest force a person can have, because faith doesn't depend on what's in your hands, it depends on what's in your heart. Resources can run out, opportunities can disappear, people can change. But faith keeps you moving when everything around you says stop. Faith is what makes a person stand tall in the middle of a storm and still say, I know I'll make it. It's not about seeing the path clearly. It's about walking even when you can't see where it leads. So many people believe that success is about having the right tools, the right money, the right contacts, or the right timing. But if that were true, everyone with advantages would be successful, and we both know that's not how life works. The truth is, Faith can take you places that money never can. Faith can open doors that no human could ever unlock. It can create opportunities that logic can't explain. Faith gives you strength when you should be weak, peace when you should be worried, and hope when everything looks lost. Resources make things easier, but they don't make things possible. Faith does. There are countless stories of people who started with nothing, no connections, no support, no guarantee of success, but they had faith that one day their hard work would pay off, and it did. Because faith isn't about what you have, it's about what you believe you can. Build. Faith is the voice that says, keep going, when your bank account says you can't. It's what pushes you to try again after failure. It gives meaning to the struggle and teaches you that the process is just as important as the outcome. Faith doesn't promise an easy path, but it promises that the struggle is worth it. You see, when you rely only on resources, you limit yourself to what's visible. But when you rely on faith, you tap into something far greater, the unseen possibilities that exist beyond your current circumstances. Faith lets you dream beyond your reality. It allows you to see potential where others see impossibility. It gives you the courage to start, even when you have no idea how you'll finish. There will be times when you don't have the support you expected, when the money runs low, when the opportunities don't come. That's when faith becomes your anchor. Because faith isn't about having proof, it's about having trust. It's about believing that every closed door has a reason, and that every delay is part of a bigger plan. When you walk in faith, you stop worrying about what you lack and start using what you have. Faith teaches you to focus on your purpose, not your problem. It reminds you that every great achievement started as a small, uncertain step forward. You might not see results right away, but faith says, keep planting. Because one day, the seeds you sow in faith will turn into a harvest bigger than you imagine. The most powerful thing about faith is that it changes your mindset. When you have faith, you stop saying, I hope, and start saying, I know. You stop doubting your timing and start trusting your journey. You stop measuring your potential by your resources and start measuring it by your belief. That shift changes everything. People may underestimate you because of what you don't have, but faith will make sure you still rise. Faith doesn't need permission. It doesn't wait for the perfect condition. It simply acts trusting that what you can't see yet will show up when you need it most. So don't let limited resources convince you that your dream is impossible. You may not have much, but if you have faith, you already have enough to begin. Keep believing when it's dark, keep working when it's slow, and keep trusting when it's uncertain. Because faith moves mountains that effort alone never could. Resources can buy you a start, but faith will carry you to the finish. Life will always test your confidence. It won't ask for your permission, and it won't warn you before the storm comes. One day, everything might feel perfect. Your plans are working, your goals are clear, and your energy is high. And then suddenly, everything shifts. The path that once looked smooth becomes rough, and you start questioning yourself. That's not coincidence, that's life. Making sure your confidence isn't built on comfort, but on courage. Confidence doesn't mean you'll never doubt yourself. It means you'll keep moving forward even when doubt whispers in your ear. Life will send challenges your way to see if you truly believe in your abilities or if you only believe when things are easy. Anyone can feel confident when life is going their way, but true confidence is proven when nothing goes according to plan and you still refuse to give up. There will be moments when your efforts go unnoticed, when your dreams take longer than expected, and when your faith starts to fade. You'll wonder if you're doing the right thing, if you're good enough, or if you should just stop trying. That's when life is testing you the most. It's asking, do you still trust yourself when the results aren't showing? Because confidence isn't built in comfort, it's built in resistance. Think about it. Every time you go through a hard season and come out stronger, your confidence grows. Not because it was easy, but because you proved to yourself that you could survive it. Every failure, every rejection, every delay, they all shape you. They strip away your fear and replace it with faith. They remind you that no matter how tough life gets, you've always found a way to stand back up. Life will test your confidence in subtle ways too. It will put you in rooms where you feel like you don't belong, around people who seem more successful, more experienced, more prepared. But instead of shrinking, that's when you need to remind yourself that you earned your place. You have something to offer. You're not behind, you're just being stretched to a new level. Growth never feels comfortable, but it's proof that you're becoming stronger than you were before. When life tests your confidence, it's not trying to destroy you, it's trying to prepare you. Every setback is shaping your mindset. Every closed door is redirecting your path. Every delay is strengthening your patience. The challenges you face aren't signs of weakness. They're training grounds for your next breakthrough. If everything came easy, you'd never develop resilience, discipline, or trust in yourself. Confidence isn't about pretending to have it all together. It's about knowing that even when things fall apart, you'll find a way to rebuild. It's about walking into uncertain situations with faith instead of fear. It's the quiet assurance that no matter what happens, you'll handle it. That's what real confidence looks like, not perfection, but perseverance. When things start to get difficult, don't let frustration make you forget how far you've come. You've already overcome challenges that once scared you. You've already handled situations you thought were impossible. So why doubt yourself now? The same strength that got you through before will get you through again. You just have to believe that the test you're facing isn't meant to stop you. It's meant to reveal how powerful you really are. Life will keep testing your confidence because every new level requires a new version of you, stronger, wiser, and more grounded. So when the storm hits, don't panic. Stand tall. Remind yourself, I've been through worse. I've survived before. I can handle this too. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something life teaches you through trials. The more you're tested, the more you realize that nothing can truly break you, not when you believe in yourself enough to rise again. Winners expect to win. It's not arrogance and it's not luck, it's mindset. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't always talent or opportunity, it's belief. Winners carry a quiet confidence that says, I'm going to make this happen. They don't just hope for success, they prepare for it. They walk, talk, and act like victory is already on the way. That's what separates them from everyone else. When you expect to win, you approach life differently. You move with purpose. You take risks others are too afraid to take because you believe something good will come from it. You put in the work, not wondering if it will pay off, but knowing that it will. That kind of mindset creates momentum. It pushes you forward even when the journey gets hard, because deep down, you've already made peace with the outcome you know you're not going to lose. People who expect to win don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't need constant motivation or approval from others. They understand that setbacks are temporary and that every obstacle is just another part of the process. When things don't go their way, they don't collapse, they adapt. They see failure as feedback, not finality. They think, all right, that didn't work. Let's try another way. That attitude keeps them moving forward while others quit. You can spot a winner by the way they carry for themselves. They don't speak like victims. They speak like visionaries. They don't say, I'll try. They say, I will. They don't dwell on what's missing. They focus on what's possible. Winners see opportunities where others see limits. They expect things to work in their favor, not because they're entitled, but because they've trained their minds to focus on solutions instead of problems. Expecting to win doesn't mean you'll never face failure. In fact, winners fail more than anyone else, but they never lose faith in themselves. They know that failure isn't the opposite of winning.